Hello and welcome to Coaster Strike. My name is Tom, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build Spiral, Planet Coaster's version of the Maurer Spinning coaster. These rides can be found across the globe and are especially popular in European family parks due to their simple and low G-force layouts, despite the fact that they still provide the thrills and excitement of spinning around. So let's begin. To start off with, make sure that you've got your designated area for the coaster, which for me is just in front of the entrance and slightly to the side. Then face it slightly to the edge, not quite all the way, and inwards. Don't forget to use a unlock half spin at the beginning so that your coaster can have some fun spinning around whilst it travels through the track. You want the chain lift going up not much higher than 100 feet at not too steep of an angle. Then you bring it to a flat and you bring it down, again not too steep but still fairly steep, because that's where you get all your speed and your thrills from. Bring it up to a hill and then bring the track to vertical. Now what you're trying to do here is to get a completely vertical turn, which can be very tricky to do, but the way you do it is you have to turn it to the side, banking it, and then reverse bank it, then you bring it down to the flat. It's really tricky, but you'll work it out eventually. Is a mix of banking, turning, and moving it up and down. The up and down should be fairly simple and obvious, and you get this nice vertical turn. Then throughout the track you want these turns, some banking, not too heavy, and lots of long drawn out helixes and wide turns, since that's where you get a lot of your spinning power and stuff like that from. You want to keep your track fairly low to the ground throughout, since these are fairly low budget rides and Maurer don't want to be spending too much money on the metal for the supports. Again, just continue with the helixes. You can add in a few airtime hills here and there where you get a really cool spin as you're going over them, and then bring it into a brake run about parallel with the station. Use the friction brakes with a target speed of about 5 or 6 meters per second and a deceleration rate of about 10 meters per second. Build this out past the station and then use drive tyres to connect it back. Now it's smoothing time. Okay, so now that I've built a queue path and done some little smoothing edits and changes to the track, let's give it a ride. I added some dragon scenery around the area because the first spinning coaster I ever rode was Dragon's Fury at Chessington. Great coaster, and so I've basically followed that coaster a bit with the design of this. So you've got the hill and then the first drop. It's a great spot for some scenery there. And as you're going around here you get some great spinning effects, nice and vertical. And then throughout these helixes you get tons of spin time and it really gets that cart going and it's really fun. A lot of people have trouble building these coasters because they either end up with no spinning or absolutely way too much where you just can't see anything because it's all in motion blur. But as long as you don't bank the track over about 45 degrees, I don't even know if you can, and you've got most of the track layout being helixes and long drawn out turns, you should have just the right amount, as well as a few little airtime hills to get those little pops of airtime. And then back into the brake run, which will take you back into a station. But there you go. It's a super simple coaster. I wanted to go into more detail about how to make it more realistic and closer to the actual coasters, but there really isn't that much detail to go into. As long as you've got that about 100-foot chain lift, that vertical turn, and then all those wonderful long drawn out helixes and turns, you should be good to go. But I hope that you've enjoyed and found this tutorial helpful. If you have, be sure to like the video and maybe even subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll link the playlist to all the other how to build videos in the top right now. But otherwise, I hope that you've enjoyed and I'll see you all next time.